You're not really ready until you're safe. Summer safely and drive calm.
Time to upgrade your adventure with an RV from Motorsportsland. Don't put off making exciting memories and exploring the many outdoor hideaways right here in Utah. Come in today and see how Motorsportsland can help you get away, or visit motorsportsland.com.
KSL's Unrivaled. The teams you live for. The sports you love. Scott Mitchell and Alex Keary on KSL News Radio.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's KSL's Unrivaled. Alex Keary, Scott Mitchell. Thanks for being with us. If you missed our little interaction there, a little interview with Ben Anderson from KSLSports.com, you can go back, download the podcast. Wherever podcasts are found, just look up KSL's Unrivaled. You'll see a picture of Scott Mitchell and myself in a much chubbier state. Do you look at that picture now and go, oh, boy.
That's our winter coat. It's a winter wear.
Oh, boy. Well, listen.
We'll be freezing this
Here's
winter.
to better days. Yes. The Bees game got postponed tonight. Just got an update from the Bees because the weather. Look, baseball is one of those. You know what's funny about this, though? We're in the weather path up in my house, too. And I asked my wife, I said, did the boys' football practices get canceled? No way. I guess because they haven't had any lightning up there or anything of the sort, but they're going at it. That's good.
You know the state with the most lightning strikes per year?
Florida. It's got to be.
We would have rain and lightning at Miami Dolphins practice. Think Coach Hill would cancel practice?
No, come on.
Do you think he would cancel practice?
No, you should.
No,
Here's
heavens
the thing.
no.
Here's the
you know
thing.
what he did? He'd stand right next to me.
Right.
This is no joke.
And just get drenched.
And he'd go, you'll get struck before I do.
Oh, good. And he wasn't kidding.
And
I bet he wasn't kidding.
No, he wasn't. And I was like, and so he would never, I mean,
it's not,
never cancel practice.
It's not sound logic because if you're standing next to an object that's going to get hit, you're likely going to feel some of the effect of that. But I see what you're saying there. So
horseshoes, hand grenades, and lightning.
Yes. That's what it is. So here's the deal. I was, but yeah, we still have I think we still have that. We have this severe thunderstorm warning still in effect. So everybody, careful.
Isn't there something that's kind of exciting about it, though?
I do.
I mean, because
I look forward to
the
pouring rain, man.
Yes,
I look forward to the pouring rain. Yeah. I hope it happens, but we'll see what happens. All right, Scott, we talked a little bit about BYU's quarterback. I don't know if it's a problem, but certainly their nice problem of having three really great quarterbacks, apparently. But on the flip side, you have the University of Utah who have a two-quarterback battle there up on the hill. And I think that after spring, without Cam Rising being able to have any significant reps in spring or any reps at all, because you've got a new quarterback in town, Charlie Brewer, who's getting all sorts of love, including from a guy like you who watched him in the spring game and said, this guy's different. Jake Bentley was not. Did you see over the weekend, by the way?
No.
Steve Smith was on doing the color commentary of one of these NFL preseason games, and he goes, I went and watched Utah during the spring last year, and I saw Jake Bentley. And he goes, and he was bad in practice, and he was bad in the season. He goes, I saw Jake Bentley at last year's practice, and I said, or I guess it would have been, So he goes, I saw Jake Bentley at last year's practice, and he said, God bless him, football's not his sport. He said it during the broadcast. It was very straightforward. But that being said, we went into last year thinking, hey, Jake Bentley, man, he could be a really, really great quarterback. Now Charlie Brewer and Cam Rising are going at it. You can go to KSLSports.com and read the article that Trevor Allen wrote up. Scott Mitchell's quotes are all over this thing. A two-quarterback possibility at Utah. Does that ruin the season for the Utes if they have a two-quarterback system going?
Well, having a two-quarterback system is a death sentence. And what the problem is nobody gets in a rhythm. I mean, we hear this all the time. But the quarterback doesn't get in a rhythm. The team doesn't get in a rhythm. And it's really hard for your team to be consistent, to be productive. And really, you have two quarterbacks, and it's like there are critical game situations. And those critical situations are like third downs, or when you're in the red zone going in to score,
or 2-minute drill,
or the 2-minute drill, or late in the game. And when you haven't been in the game all the time and you don't have a feel for those situations, it's really hard to execute them. And if you've never played the position of quarterback, you just don't understand that, how hard that is. When you're out on the field, nobody has a better look and feel for the defense than the quarterback because you're looking at them, right? And you see how they're moving and what they're doing, and you get a sense for things. And that sense gets heightened the more you play, and you get a feel for everything. But when you're not in there, then it's a real challenge. The other challenge is there's nobody that leads the team. Like, the team has to feel like we have a chance to win. And the best way for that to happen is to know they have a quarterback who can actually lead them to a victory. And now Utah, I feel, has two guys that this team can really rally behind. I was of the impression that it was really Charlie Brewer's deal. But it feels like that Cam Rising is really making an impression and really has made an impression all day long, or since he's been there.
Well, everybody always talks about his leadership qualities and like that he is an absolute spark plug in the locker room, right? Where you go, look, everybody gets behind this guy. He is a natural leader, and so that's one of those things that you go, you can't hate that about the guy.
Well, he has more invested in the program than Charlie Brewer.
He'll be around next year anyway. Yeah.
He'll be around, and Charlie Brewer is just kind of he's almost a hired assassin kind of.
He's a one and done, man.
And Kyle Whittingham has had this. I just don't think Kyle Whittingham is fool enough to actually go with a 2-quarterback system, because you know what the reality of that is? It's just lazy. It's lazy to have 2 quarterbacks. It's actually cowardly if you really want to be.
Lazy and cowardly.
Yeah, it's lazy because you can't tell me that one of these guys is not better than the other. It's like if they're both close, just pick one, but don't pick both of them.
And cowardly because you couldn't tell one guy that he's not going to be the starter.
Right, because you just go you don't have the heart or the fortitude to just you want to please everyone, and you can never please everyone as a football coach in a football environment, whatever. And you have to you see around these players every day, and you have to watch and observe, and if you've been around long enough, you're going to get a sense for who actually is the guy, and you need to make that decision. And I get in today's world with the transfer portal and having to coddle these players, it's tough, but you got to go into it with these players and say, look, one of you is going to be the starter, and one of you isn't. And we're going to give you the opportunity, and how are you going to feel if you're not that guy? Are you willing to support? But you've got to set expectations to know that one of those guys is not going to be the starter. The reality of all of this, though, is both these guys are probably going to play. I really feel like that at BYU too. I really do. But both of these guys at Utah are probably going to play, and not in a 2-quarterback system. Please do not do that. But just because whether it's not executing or getting hurt, one of these 2 guys is going to play this year.
Bold prediction, Scott. One of these 2 guys is going to play this year. Come on.
I'm sorry. Both of these guys are going to play this year.
No, but I'm just saying.
Did I say one of these guys?
Yeah.
Sorry, I misspoke.
Well, but still, both of them playing is also still not what you wanted, right? At some point,
you really don't.
So,
if you're someone that wants to win today, right now, you go with Charlie Brewer. If you want the long-term, play for the program, you go with Cam Rising.
All right. We're going to take the break here. When we come back, we got our MVPs. We got all sorts of stuff going on. And so when you come back here, you'll get the MVP for today. Mine, just heads up, not sports-related.
Oh.
So
is that allowed?
We'll check with the judges. We'll check with the judges. Yes, they said it was okay. So we'll move forward with it that way. So stay with us. More to go on KSL's Unrivaled.